Hey survivors, welcome back to the Apocalypse Post. I am Makeshift, your Apocalypse host, and today we're talking about all the unofficial things to do at Wasteland Weekend 2019. Wasteland Weekend has grown into a festival with an excess of events, an abundance of activities, a concentration of entertainment. The official entertainment lineup includes an opening ceremony, multiple stages with music acts, DJs, car shows, costume contests, fire spinners, jugger matches, and so much more. But there's also a ton of unofficial, sometimes word-of-mouth events that happen at Wasteland, and I'm gonna tell you about them with my mouth. But first of all, I want to make sure that everyone is subscribed to this channel, so hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get an alert every time I post a new video so you never miss a thing. First off, Dauntless Express Corps, known as DXC, is one of Wasteland's legacy tribes. They host a saloon called Forlorn Hope right inside the gates of the city where you can go hang out, soak in some shade, and get your dance on. There's several spots like this scattered throughout Wasteland, but I tell you this because on the outside wall of their camp, you're going to find a giant map of Wasteland, as well as a daily events list and an events board where tribes post their own homegrown events and tribe missions. See something on there that looks interesting? Find them on the map and off you go. The tribe missions were originally formed as a way to encourage Wastelanders to discover different camps and meet new people. There's all sorts of missions like you might have to deliver a message, run guns, find an object, or any other crazy thing they come up with to make you do. And most tribes running missions are going to have a special prize for you, whether it's as small as a bottle cap, and even some incredible gifts like these custom-made satchels for the best couriers at the Wasteland Communication Corps' post office. Some are simple walk and return missions, and others will lead you to incredible multi-tiered adventures of epic proportions. Epically. To find a tribe mission, look for this sign posted up outside a tribe's camp, and then just head in and ask if they've got a job for you. Side note, if you're a tribe with a mission and you don't have one of these signs, either make one yourself or pick one up at the Dauntless Express Corps. Tell Happy Cowboy I sent you. These tribe missions were based on the first ever Wasteland tribe created game, the Rust Devil's Bounty Hunt. In years past, you'd sign up at their camp, get your picture taken, and they'd create your wanted poster. Then you'd take someone else's wanted poster off the board and go off to murder them in a game of rock, paper, scissors. For 2019, they've changed things up a little bit. They're not going to be printing posters on site, so they want you to make your own. They've got all the info spelled out in a video that I have linked in the description, so check it out. And similar to the bounty hunt, but a little less pretend violent, is the You Are Awaited game. Sign up on the website, link in the description, and then pull a little Tinder magic and find all the people you want to be matched with at Wasteland and other events throughout the year. And if two people match up, you'll be paired to find each other at the event. It's a little bit like speed dating and a little bit meet and greet. And brand new this year, if you have a hard time with crowds or doing the whole meet new people thing, stop by in front of the Last Chance Casino, where you can gamble for bottle caps all weekend long, and look for Ladyfingers' booth called Wings and Things. Well, she'll pair you up with a wing person. No, they don't have buffalo or ranch, but what they've got is that special social sauce to help you navigate through an awkward situation. If you find yourself in search of a higher nuclear power, there is initiations at the Cult of Catmeat and dirt ceremonies at the Restorationists where they help you get your costume dirty, along with a Sunday sermon by Brother Testify. Check them all out so you can help decide which cult god reigns supreme. The Clan of the Bolt Cutters hosts a Vuvalani gathering, Ragnarok of Rust are hosting a daily tabletop gaming hall, the Northern Nomads are creating an all-out war game. But you're gonna have to hit them up for all the details. I just don't know. A lot of people ask how to participate in the jugger matches or the battle cage fights, and I think it's a bit too late for this year, but both groups do open calls for new members every year. So talk to them at the event or check out the video description for links to their Facebook groups where you can get more info. However, the Thunderdome, hosted by Death Guild, you can battle in an actual Thunderdome hung high on bungee cords just like Mad Max vs. Blaster, but you've got to sign up ahead of time. Link below. Alright, needless to say, there's a plethora of tribe-created events happening at Wasteland Weekend this year. To name them all would be as ill-fated as trying to do them all, so I'm just going to do a couple picks per day, specifically the ones that you need to plan ahead for. There's also a Google Doc where tribes have been adding their events into a makeshift schedule, and I'll post that in the video description. Everything's down below here today, guys. Keep an eye on it because it will keep getting updated. And in addition to the Dauntless Express Corps' wall, don't forget to stop by the Wasteland Communication Corps' post office where you can pick up a newspaper called The Wastelander, and they post a bunch of the daily events events every single day. And actually, that newspaper is one of the best sources you can find for all the goings-on of Wasteland, plus the articles are hilarious. So make sure to pick one of those up. Okay, so here's a few of the scheduled events and what you need to get ready to participate. On Wednesday at 3 p.m., Simota, which is Atomic Backwards, is hosting a Fury Road steering wheel decorating party. They need you to bring your own steering wheel and centerpiece, and then at 4, they'll all parade them to the Warspawn's altar to dedicate them to the great Immortan Joe. On Wednesday night, the Rust Buddies are hosting a BYOB post-apocalyptic pajama party called the Comfy Cocktail Hour. Thursday starts with competing events, big and small. At noon, all the Wasted mini bikes are meeting up at the Thunderdome. And at the same time, you can see how your weapon measures up at the Smoking Gun's Biggest Gun in the Wastes contest. Thursday at 7 p.m., Forlorn Hope is hosting Can Roulette. Bring a can of anything edible, and they're going to remove all the labels, spin them on a Lazy Susan, and everyone eats whatever lands in front of them. And you can wash it all down at 8 o'clock at Ragnarok of Rust's annual wine symposium. Bring a bottle to share. At 2 p.m. on Friday is the 3rd annual Backwoods Convoy Chili Cook-Off. Anyone can enter their homegrown chili into the contest, but you have to be a signed-up judge in order to taste. Around sunset on Friday, the Fracture Hill Fossil Company is hosting a Museum Donors Gala for everyone who donates an old world artifact to the museum before then. Formal post-apocalyptic attire required. Also, visit them anytime to help dig for fossils and relics in their dig site. Late Saturday morning is usually the post-apocalyptic swimsuit contest on the D's stage. And if you don't know anything about the D's stage, this thing is actually built from the ship from Waterworld. It was sitting in a junkyard. These guys showed up, tore the thing apart, and then made a scaled-down model of the scaled-down model of this giant tanker ship. So now it's this wonderful, like, Waterworld-esque stage that hosts multiple events. But the biggest one is definitely the swimsuit contest. And somehow these guys get hundreds of gallons of non-radiated water to splash on contestants and everyone else during the water dance party that follows. At 1 p.m. on Saturday, bring a dainty cup and get fancy with a tea party at Simota, or get your smoke on at Pipes on the Porch at the Black Coyotes camp, where it's BYO pipes and cigars. Okay guys, that was just a smattering of all the unofficial stuff happening at Wasteland 2019. Again, I tried to pick out the ones where you've got to bring something along, prep a prop or costume, so you can show up prepared. Don't forget the Google Doc with way more listed events is linked to the video description, and of course there's going to be a ridiculous amount of official entertainment across Wasteland City that will be listed at wastelandweekend.com, so get out of your camp and have a good time. And if you guys aren't on the Wastelander Central Facebook page, I'd suggest you get on there because that's where I found most of this information. And this was not an easy video to make and research because there's just so much stuff happening this year. My best advice is to pick a few things that you really want to do, but don't overschedule yourself because some of the best times are had when you're just strolling around and open to whatever pops up in front of you. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, and tell me what event you're most excited about in the comments section. And have a great time, no matter what you do. I'm out. Stay alive.